Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. It is Saturday, June 28th at just about 10 o'clock a.m. I hit the thing a couple seconds early. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are up bright and early for my video today. I know some of you guys, it's really early, but here on the East Coast, it's 10 o'clock. This is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com. And it is another hot day. We've had like 287 days of sauna weather. It feels like. I've barely left the house because it's so hot outside. When you walk outside, it just feels like you're walking into an oven. It's so hot. And we haven't had any breeze or anything. It's just been bleh, gross. Humid, hot, humid, and gross. So I've been staying inside stamping this week and relaxing, taking it easy, just being lazy. And I had 2 classes this week, and we made the daisy kit, and we had a great time at both classes. And so now we're going to do this kit this morning with you guys. And I know some of you guys sent a message that you're going to be doing it with me, so I'm going to try and go slow enough that you can catch up or go with me as you're going. I thought about it, and I probably should have waited to cut this with you guys, but I had already cut this ahead of time, so I'm just going to give you the measurements and stuff. So you can see from the picture that I posted all the cards we're going to make. If you got this paper pumpkin kit and you haven't made it yet, feel free to make it today with us, or you can kind of watch the video later and go back and pause it and stuff. But this is probably one of my favorite paper pumpkin kits we've had in a long time. And they sold out of the regular paper pumpkin kit, so they just had the refills after. So everybody who came to class got the refill kit, and then I went through, I took the kit apart. And so the refill kits don't come with the stamp set or the ink pad. So here, let me see if I can find it. Okay. So here's what the kit made originally. So it was 9 cards, and those are the ones that it made. We're not really doing those exact cards. We're going to be using almost everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of the stuff in the kit. You don't need your envelopes, so you can keep those in the box for later. You don't need your directions because we're not using those. We're not going to be using that vellum piece, and we're not going to use 2 of the blue pieces, but we're going to be using just about everything else. So you can take that, put it in your box, and put it away. So what we are going to be using, and I should talk about other stuff first, huh? I totally forgot I got Happy Mail. Just one. This one is from Julie Black. And it is so, so cute. I love it with the Country Woods. No, that's not the Country Woods. That is the texture. Oh, what's it called? Something texture paper with the tweed on it. I love it. I need to do this. And I have this stamp set and dies, but you know, it's like 850 dies in the pack. So it's gorgeous, but a little time consuming cutting out all the little pieces. But that is probably one of the cutest ones I've seen. I love it. And then she's got the 3 colors of the blue in the background embossed. I love it. It's so cute. So thank you, Julie, for that card. So cute. I'm going to definitely have to do that one sometime. And then we've still got a couple more days left. I think Monday is the end of the month. So you can still get this card kit with a $100 or more order. And we've still got the sale going on, the buy one, get one half off for a couple more days. So if there's anything in a suite that you want, whether it's ribbon, paper, whatever, you can get it buy one, get one half off. Okay, so here's what you need extra. All right, so the 2 pieces that come in there that are kind of the off-white, actually you have 3 of these, but I cut one. So they're kind of white. You can barely see it. And it's got like yellow speckles. I don't know if you can see that on there. You need 2 of those whole pieces. So 2 of those whole. You know, I forgot to say hello. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me go back and say hello to everybody. What am I doing? Hey, Myra. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Suzanne, or Sue, sorry. Hey, Diane. Hazy, hot, and humid. I know. Woo. I woke up in the middle of the night. I thought I heard it raining, but it wasn't. But I looked out the window, and the window was so fogged up, I couldn't even see out the window. Hey, Christy from Germany. Hey, Louise. Did you ever get your other kit from me? Hopefully you did. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Tamla. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Christine. Hey, let me see. Everybody's on here like 5 times. Hey, Jean. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Marie. Hey, Trina. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Jody. Hey, Paula. Hey, Mario. Hey, Therese. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Kim. Hey, Terry. Hey, Karen. Hey, Nedra. Hey, Marva. I think I already said Marva. Hey, Kay. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Mary. All right, I'm going to stop there because we got a bunch of people on. Oh, we got over 115 people. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Carolyn. I can't stop. Hey, Dennis. Oh, Carol Ann. Okay, so you need those 2 pieces whole, so don't cut those. They come in the kit. So 2 whole pieces of that. You need 2 pieces of basic beige, so that's 1 piece cut in half. You need 2 pieces of crushed curry, so that's 1 piece cut in half. 2 pieces of white, again, 1 sheet cut in half. So that's your 8 card bases. So 2 white, 2 crushed curry, 2 basic beige, and 2 of the ones from the kit. So they kind of look white, but they're not. See the difference? You can kind of see when they're next to each other. It's got that yellow, like watercolory look on there. I'll put that on top. So those are the 4 bases that we're using. So 2 of each. So you'll need 1 sheet of that, 1 sheet of that, 1 sheet of that, and the 2 from the kit. Then you also need a piece of Mossy Meadow. And here's the measurements. So there's the card bases, the 2, let me hold that up. 2 basic beige, 2 white, 2 crushed curry, and 2 of the off-white. And then I took the other card bases from the kit and cut them down. So I took a blue one and another one of the off-white ones, one of these. I cut them down to 5 1/4 by 4. And then the 3 daisy ones, I cut one of them down. Let me show you that. All right, so here's the one. Wait a minute. All right, here's that other off-white one cut down to 5 1/4 by 4. So you got 2 of those. And then there's the 2 blue ones. I lost one. Wait a minute. Here it is. Okay, there's the 2 blue ones. And then you've got one of those. And now this piece comes with this. So this was like 1 piece together. And so I cut it, this was 1 whole piece. I cut it down like to 5 1/4 by 4. So that was 1 piece right there. And then the other pieces, I cut the back down to 5 1/4 by 4. And the front, I cut 2 of these like this. So this, I actually cut, this is 4 inches across, and then I cut it 3 inches and 2.5 inches. So I wanted to get 2 separate cards out, and I cut it really right across where the center is. So where that center mark is right there, I cut it just straight across. So you'll have 2 of those. So I did 2 like that. And then we've got 2 white center pieces. And then all the rest I think comes with it, except for that Mossy Meadow. And here's your Mossy Meadow pieces. So you might want to just take a screenshot of this. Let me hold it down so you can see it all. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Hopefully you can get a screenshot of that. And so there's your inside 2 white pieces. Mossy Meadow, you need 1 4x2, 5 4x1, and one 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. And so those are all the things you need to cut ahead of time. Okay. So not a ton of cutting. And then I also used the yellow, not yellow, vanilla and white, vanilla and black. I don't even know my colors this morning. I'm still asleep. The, the gingham vanilla and black gingham ribbon. So you need some of that. We're going to be using it for like 5 cards. And you also need the linen thread. And then I've got 2 different gems we're using. The low profile dots and the pecan, and I guess these are pecan and white. I think these are retiring. They're on the last chance list, and these are not. So we're using the gold ones on here and the pecan ones on here. So those pecan ones are on, I think they're on sale. All right, and then the rest of the kit comes like this. So these come already like this. You got your beehive or honeycomb things. You've got these 3 circles. We're just going to use one of those. We've got the word piece here. I guess there is a good side to that. And then you've got 3 sheets of die cuts that are all the same. So there's 3 sheets of this. So we're going to use that. So we're going to start with the words first. Okay. And we're going to stamp most of the words. And I did some in blue, Lost Lagoon, and some in Mossy Meadow. So let me see if you guys have questions. Oh, Cheryl, you're ready for some laughter. Good. The name of the kit is Daisy. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I threw it on the floor. And now I can't reach it. Daydream. Daisy Daydream. Can you see that? It was from March. It's sold out now, but I ordered it as soon as it was available, because all the Paper Pumpkin kits, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can get them usually about, I think it's like the Monday or Tuesday after they're mailed out, maybe something like that. Oh, you can't hear me? Terry's, who is it? Oh, Stephanie says she can't hear me. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? Because I've got the microphone all the way up to the... Oh, Trina says too. Huh. Sorry, you guys. I don't know what's going on because I have the nothing different. And it's not buffering or anything. So I'm not sure why the voice is going in and out. Okay, I'm just looking at the comments real quick. Die cuts are great. I love that. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is stamp. So I've got these words come in the kit if you got the regular kit. If you didn't get the kit and you got the refill kit, just use whatever words you want. So I'm going to put these on the skinny ones and the other words on the fat ones. And they give you way more than you need. So I think there's... Oh, that's crooked. 6, 7, 8, 12. So you get 12. So I'm going to do a couple of those and a couple happy birthdays on the skinny ones. And let's do a couple more. Let's just do a couple more. I like happy birthdays because I always need birthday cards. And then we've got Mossy Meadow for some other words. Oh, you also get dimensionals and glue dots and stuff like that in the kit. And I do have 3 or 4 extra kits. So if anybody didn't get this and you want to get it, I'll be wishing you brighter days ahead. That's a good one for like if somebody's going through a hard time or something. And then we've got thank you for always being there for me. And that's a good one. Oops. So you've got a variety. And if you don't like these words, you can always use your own words. But these come in the kit. It came with 2 stamp sets. I'm going to leave the other 2 blank and do them later. Okay, so you just need really 7 of those. Okay, so we're just gonna punch them out. And you could do them all in Mossy Meadow if you want to, because only really 2 of the cards we're making have blue. But there we go. I might get some different words for those. Okay, so we'll just put these to the side. And all right, so let's go ahead and start with this one. So for this one, we're going to need a crushed curry base. We're going to need a white inside. And we need our longest piece of Mossy Meadow. This is 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. We need a honeycomb. Every time I say honeycomb, I think of the cereal, honeycomb cereal. And I want to sing that song. You know, honeycomb's got a big, big taste. I can't remember the whole thing. Okay, and then that's die cut. Oh, we need 1 word. I'm gonna get a happy birthday. And then we need flower die cuts. So for this die cut, we need 1 of these whole things. Let me get it out. Sometimes they're hard to get out without ripping them. All right, you need 1 of these. They're very delicate. And then just a medium-sized flower. Let's do this one. All right. So that's what you need. So a crushed curry base, your white, your honeycomb. These are both 5 1/4 by 4. This is 5 1/4 by 1 1/2, and then the die cuts. So there you go. Okay, so we're gonna glue this piece right across the middle. I think I did it like that. Yeah. And so I went to see my mom a couple days ago on Thursday, and she was so excited. I walked in and there was nobody else in the room, and I said, "Oh, where's your roommate?" And she goes, "She never came back." And I said, "Oh," because she was supposed to come back on Monday. When I was there Sunday, she said she was coming back. And so she was all excited. She had the whole room to herself. And she, you know, the last roommate she had was like, just kind of really rude. She talked all the time, but she was real demanding to the people that worked there. You know, like if she'd drop stuff all the time, and then she'd press the button like 50 times for somebody to come pick it up. And, you know, she just was real. If she got her meal and there was anything wrong, she's like, "Oh, you know, I don't want this. Can you go get me this?" And she never said thank you and all that stuff. And my mother's the opposite. Like, she never says anything unless it's something big. All right, so we're going to stamp the inside. So I think they just left her in the other room. All right, so we're going to take this honeycomb stamp, which comes in it. So if you don't have the stamp set, just use whatever. Put a flower in here. So I'm just going to stamp this right on the edge like that. And then we're going to take another flower from our die cuts, and you can just put it on there. Just glue it flat. And that'll be the inside. And you could do this for the inside of all the cards. I only did it on a few of them, but so that's our inside. And then, so she was so happy. So we sat there, and I found this couple they're on Facebook and YouTube. They're called Trish and Rick, Trish and Rick, and they're a married couple. Now this one, I'm going to put dimensionals on the flowers, and then glue the leaves down. So put one-dimensional. That's too fat. But there are a couple, and all they do is tell jokes. And the girl is just like me, except even worse. She laughs so hard she can't get the joke out. So every joke she tells, she's laughing so hard, and you'll start laughing watching her try to tell the joke because she's laughing so hard. It's really like the Carol Burnett show. Like I think I was telling you guys about it maybe the other day. But they are so funny. And sometimes it's usually a short, so you only have like a minute to tell it. And sometimes she'll run out of time because she can't stop laughing. But anyway, so I showed about 20 of them to my mother. So we're sitting there hysterical laughing. We had to shut the door because we were being so loud laughing. And so she had a good time. And so that was the other day. She said, I watched some of your videos. I said, you did? Because I always tell her, I said, if you ever get sad and you miss me, just watch my videos. And then I'll be right there. All right, so there's our flowers. And then we're going to put the words. I meant to stick that underneath real quick, but it's too late now probably. Let's just glue that down flat. See if I can tuck it under. Well, I think it's too late, but we'll just do it like that. Oh, it did go under. Okay. There we go. All right, so there's our happy birthday. All right, and then we've got another one right here. We're going to pop up and just put down at the bottom. I was going to go get a milkshake or something, but I knew it would melt before I even got there. And there we go. And if you want to put a little bit of glue on the ends of these just to keep them down, you can. So there's that. Then we put some, let's see, I did the pecan ones on here, I think. Oops. There we go. No ribbon on this one. So just take a couple of the pecan ones. And I love these because they really look gold instead of pecan when you put them on here. Oops. Put one on the words. Okay. So there you go. I'm going to spritz them later. We'll do that at the end. So that's card 1. So that's easy peasy. So I watch when I let me read some comments. Yeah, for sure. Better than that. Oh, Wendy's singing the song. Honeycomb's got a big, big taste, big, big something, and a big, big something. I can't remember that song anymore. I don't even know if they have honeycomb cereal anymore. You don't hear about it. Oh, Vicky went to the fair and ate deviled eggs. Oh, I bought deviled eggs at Sam's the other day. A big giant bag. They say deviled eggs are the only food that has negative calories. So supposedly, if you eat deviled eggs, not deviled eggs, hard-boiled eggs. If you eat a hard-boiled egg, it takes you more calories to digest it than it actually has. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they say. So that was card number 1. All right, here's card number 2. So this one, we need the off-white piece base, and we need one of these. There we go. Where'd it go? One of these pieces that comes with, it comes with a circle in the middle. We're just going to pop that out, and we're going to use the green circle there. And then we need the long flowers. So there's one, oops, on here. I'm a little congested this morning. I have my morning allergies. I have to take an allergy pill every morning. And hasn't kicked in yet. I'm one bee. I love these little bees here that you get. So there's the B. All right, so, oh, and words. Let's get some words. And a bow, like a little knot. So this is just tied in a knot. Whoops. So all I did was just tie it in a little knot. All right, so that's what you need for that. So we've got the half sheet with the yellow on it, this piece with the hole, the green circle, words, be our long flower, and that's it. And gems. All right, so we're going to go ahead and glue this down on the front. I forgot what I was talking about now. Oh, hard-boiled eggs. So I got those. I love hard-boiled eggs, and I love deviled eggs too, but the ones from Sam's Club are really good, and you get like a giant bag for, I don't know, $7 or something. They're pretty cheap. Now the green goes right in the middle, flat. Like that. The words are flat. And that's kind of sticking out the side a little bit. Like that. And then the flower, I just put one dimensional on the top flower. Like that. And then I put a little bit of glue on the rest of it to kind of hold it down. Like that. They're so delicate. All right, and then we want to put that like, it's a little bit high, but that's all right. Like that. And then a dimensional on the bumblebee. And that one, you got to use a smaller one because the bumblebee is a little thin to get a whole dimensional. And that might even be too big, but and that will be good right there. And then a glue dot for this one. I got a funny joke for you guys today. Well, I always have a funny joke for you guys. But today's really, really cute. I told it before, and but it's been at least probably a year and a half ago. It's been a while. So we're going to do it again. All right, we're using the gold ones for this. And let's use a bigger one at the bottom. All right, so there we go. So that's card number 2. Oh, let me read some. Switch to black-eyed Susan. Remember the cute bee dies we used to have. Bee dies. I can't remember the bee dies. Yeah, all my whole yard is dying right now because it's so hot. Sarah, you just missed 2 cards. We still got 6 more to go. All right, so that's card number 2. Here's card number 3. So for this one, we need our basic beige, a blue piece for the front. Here we go. Blue, our 2 green strips, and so these are 1-inch green strips of Mossy Meadow. And we need some words. And let's see. Oops. Let's do some words. And we need a flower. I'm not going to do that honeycomb just because you can't hardly see it. I did it on the original one, but it doesn't really show up. So there you go. And then we need our ribbon. All right, so that's what you need for this one. Basic beige, the blue background. This is the 2.5-inch part of the flowers. I like it that way. 2 of the 1-inch strips, they're 4x1, the words in a flower. So first thing we're doing is fold this in half. Yeah, I have a lot of clover in my yard too, but you know, I need to go out and water my yard and my flowers, but it's so dang hot outside. Doesn't matter if you go first thing in the morning or late at night, it's still hot. All right, so this is gonna go like behind this. So I'm gonna start up at the top and put one piece. And then that's gonna go there. This is gonna go under that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue that about halfway, like so. I called to get a hair point. My hair's like out of control. 2 weeks to get in. I was like, dang. That's crazy. I look like I've got a crazy afro. When I wake up in the morning, it's just like wild. I gotta tame it. I have to wet it because it's sticking up everywhere. All right, then stick that down and just try to match, however much you left down here, try to match that at the top. And I think mine is a teeny bit crooked, but that's all right. We can fix it. All right, so a little bit sticking off the edge. I started going back through, you know, I do a lot of these kits, and I have a lot of them just still in the boxes that I never finished doing all the extras. So that's what I was doing the last couple days, is going back through and trying to finish up some of those extra projects to organize a little bit, because I have cards everywhere. It's crazy. I have so many cards. Even I give away so many cards, I still have 1,000,000 cards left. I guess after 24 years, you just accumulate a lot. All right, so after you get the ribbon wrapped around like that, then go ahead and glue it down. So in the morning, when I eat breakfast, I watch YouTube on my little iPad at the breakfast table. And this morning I made pancakes, blueberry pancakes, and they were so good. Oh, Gloria says, spray yourself while watering the flowers or run through the sprinkler. Yeah, the bad thing is you either got to do it early in the morning and the grass is all wet, and then you get all gross and sweaty, and then you got to go take a shower. Or if you do it at night, you get gross and sweaty, and you still got to go take another shower. So, so you either got to do it in the morning before you take a shower, or do it at night before you take a shower. All right, so then this, I'm going to put up on dimensionals. Anyway, I made blueberry pancakes this morning. And I've been trying to be healthier. I haven't bought ice cream. And I saw a tip a while back about adding protein powder, like in pretty much everything. So whenever I make pancakes, I add a scoop of vanilla protein powder in the mix. And it really doesn't change anything. It still tastes the same. But it gives you that extra protein. So I made them with, I'm going to put one dimensional on the back of that. So I use the Krusteaz mix, like Krusteaz buttermilk pancakes. And all you have to do is add water. But I added a banana smashed up, an egg, and a scoop of vanilla protein powder, and water, and blueberries. So they tasted so good. You never would have known that I added. I think I'd put that upside down. I think I did, maybe. Oh, I didn't put any gems on this one. Huh. Okay. We could. Let's just grab a couple. Let's grab a couple gems. Just to... I'll grab these extra big ones right here. So you would have never known, if you were just eating breakfast at my house, you would never have known that I added the protein in there. And so that was 30 extra grams of protein in the batch. And I ate the whole batch because it just made like 2 pancakes about that size. All right, so that was 3. All right, so now the next one. Here's the next one. So I turned it from like an all-carb breakfast into a healthy protein breakfast. And didn't really change it. So I've been trying to do that to add protein to. All right, so we're going to take another one of these, pop that circle out. And I'm looking for my white. Can't seem to find it. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so white base, and then that. And then I took one of these big long flowers, and I cut them apart. So we're cutting, and we need a bee too. Okay. Oh, so anyway, I started that story with the YouTube thing. So while I eat breakfast, oh, my volume is going up and down, probably because I'm looking for stuff and I'm not like talking right into the phone. All right, we're gonna cut this down. Let me see. I think I cut this one. I don't think I used that one. I'm trying to figure out which ones I used. I don't think I did this one. All right, so I don't know. Maybe I did. Well, we're going to cut them apart. So I'm going to cut that one and this one. Just kind of snip them wherever to get them apart. All right, so I think that one's about that one. Oh, I can tell my voice is going up and down. That's why, probably. I think that's that one. I'm going to cut that off. Okay, so we're going to do that one. And, oh, I know what I did. I cut this off and then put these behind it. So that way, all right, snip that one off. And then I had this like kind of behind it like that. All right, so that's what we did. Okay, so here we go. So anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. So I was watching, I'm sorry, my voice keeps going down. I try to keep my head like right near the phone. So it is, I'm reading at the same time. The phone's like right in front of my head. So if I talk straight, you get it loud. But then when I like look down, I think is when it gets lighter. But I'll try to talk louder most of the time. Okay, so anyway, I eat breakfast and watch YouTube. And so I was watching today and I saw this video with Jim Caviezel on there. And I think most of you guys probably know who he is. He was the one who played Jesus in, it was A Passion of the Christ. The one with Mel Gibson, that Mel Gibson did. So he was talking about how he kind of got started, and he was talking about way back in the beginning of his career, you know, he wasn't getting like a lot of movies, and he was about to just give up on acting altogether, and he had an interview for some movie, I can't remember what it was, but he was like real discouraged, and he's sitting with his wife in the car, and his wife had rosary beads. And so she handed him the rosary beads, and he started doing the prayers with the rosary beads, which I guess, I'm not Catholic, I'm Baptist, but he said, you know, that you do like so many, I don't know, confirmations or something with them. So he's going through, now he's like late for his interview with the director or whatever. And So he has the rosaries in his pocket, and he goes up to the door, and this lady answers the door, and he thinks it's the maid, but it's not. It's the director's wife, and she's wearing a one of the necklaces that's like a Saint something. I don't know which one, Christopher, one of those. So he mentions it, and you know, he pulls out the rosary beads, and she's like, "Oh, those are beautiful." So he gives them to her, and they were actually his wife's mother's or grandmother's, but he gives them to her, and she starts bawling her eyes out, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" She said, "I just prayed this morning that I would get another set because she had her grandmother's rosary beads and lost them." And so she was so upset. She was praying for that she would either find them or, you know, get another one. So she's bawling when the director comes out, and he's like, "Honey, what's wrong?" That's when he realized that that was not the maid. And so he has the interview. He goes out to the car, and he tells his wife, he's like, "Well, I've got good news and bad news." He said, "I got the part, but I had to give your grandmother's rosary beads away." And so then they get home, and he gets a phone call from Mel Gibson. And he had never met Mel Gibson and didn't know him at all. And his like manager didn't call Mel, or nothing happened. Mel just calls him out of the blue and says, "I have this movie role for you playing Jesus." And he said, "I was looking for someone who had the same initials as Jesus, because Jim Caviezel is JC, like Jesus Christ, and was 33 years old." Isn't that weird? Like, it's, oh, Jalen says staticky now. I don't know what is going on with the sound, but, so anyway, that's how he got the part for the Passion of the Christ. And so he, like, Mel Gibson just calls him up out of the blue and tells him he was looking for somebody with the initials JC who was 33 years old. And, you know, he was fantastic in that movie. And that's how he basically got started. So then he was in a bunch of other movies. But then it was funny because I watched that, and I guess the algorithm, if you watch something like that, gives you all these other videos that have basically the same theme. So I start getting all these other videos talking about the same kind of thing, you know, like people praying and, oh shoot, I forgot to stamp the words in here. I got busy talking. Let me stamp the words real quick. I hope they fit. Might have to use the smaller one. Uh-oh. It's barely gonna fit in here. Let me pull this back. Covers it up a little bit. Oh well. Then I get this other one that was really interesting about this boy. He was a teenager, and he was just really depressed and had anxiety, and he was going to go kill himself. And so he says goodbye to his parents, and he says, "I'm going to go get something to eat at Waffle House," because that was his favorite restaurant. And he's thinking to himself, this is his last meal, because he's going to go to Waffle House and eat, and then he's going to go do that. And so he goes to Waffle House, and it's packed. And so he's sitting there thinking, you know, I don't have a bunch of time to sit here and wait. So he sees another person by themselves, and he tells the guy, he's like, "I'll buy your meal if we can sit together, because then we'll get seated faster." So the guy's like, "Okay." So the guy starts sitting there complaining about his whole life. and the guy, the kid, here's a second, this is the what, fourth card. Oh yeah, I watched The Chosen. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, my video is breaking up. Let me refresh it or something. Hold on. Now it's buffering. Let me refresh it and see what happens. See if we can get it better. Okay. All right, mine is back to normal, so hopefully you guys can see it. Maybe refresh your screen if yours is blurry. Okay. All right. Gosh, I'm sorry guys about this. I know, who was I watching the other day? She was having a whole bunch of issues too. Oh, what's her name? I can't remember. And so was Patty Bennett. There's a lot of people having issues with their connections this week. I don't know what's going on. All right, next one, we're going to be using Basic Beige, another blue, a half sheet of this one. This is the 3-inch one. One of the words. Let's do this one. And we need a bow. There's a bow. And I'm using a couple of the honeycomb and also the green piece. So we need the fat green piece, and we need a little flower. Let me see, a little flower. Oh, actually, I used that one that I already cut up. This one. And honeycombs. Oh, where'd they go? Lost them. Here they are. Okay, a couple of these. These are kind of a pain because they're so thin. You really need like some thin tip glue for them. But I'm just going to wing it the best I can. All right, so there we go. So, so back to the story about the Waffle House. So the boy's sitting there, and he's just like going crazy because he's like, this guy won't shut up, and he's just like, my wife wants to divorce me, and da-da-da-da-da. So this one, we're going to be ripping, and I know some of you guys don't like ripping. Diane's one of them. She was that class. She's like, ah. But you're going to start about 1/2 inch over and just pull it towards you diagonally and try to end about 1/2 inch. So you get 2 pieces that are pretty much exactly the same. Okay. So we're going to take one of them, flip it over, and put it right here like that and glue it down. So the kid's sitting there thinking, oh, I just want to get out of here. This guy's driving me crazy. But then he says something that really hits him, and he says, like he's talking about his wife, but he says, you know, something about you can love somebody, but if you don't, wait a minute. If you don't show them love, they probably won't love you back or something like that. I don't know. But he said it just hit him, and he was thinking about Jesus. And he said he really never went to church or anything, but for some reason that just hit him, like, you know, talking about Jesus, and that this one goes the other way. So your straight parts go like this, and this one's going to go down at the bottom. So we're going to put it right there. And he said it just hit him, and he said for some reason Jesus was like right there, and even though he wasn't really religious or anything, he just felt Jesus's presence. And he said he just started praying, and like the guy's voice just kind of disappeared, and he was just praying, and he said, Lord, just take my anxiety away and my stress and everything. He said just like that, all of a sudden everything just disappeared, and he hasn't had any, and it was Christmas Day too. He said just like that, all of his stress and anxiety went away, and he's never had it since. So now he goes around talking to people about Jesus. And I was like, I love stories like that. Because that's kind of what happens when you become a Christian. You just love Jesus and want to tell everybody. And we need some more Jesus right now, that's for sure. All right, so then we're going to put that across. Shoot, I forgot to put these in here. So we're going to tuck these under real quick. Let me put some glue. Oh, this has got a big old hunk of junk. All right, now I got glue on my fingers everywhere. All right, put a little bit of glue, just a teeny tiny bit. I need one of those thin things. So you're gonna just tuck it. Oops. Now I got it everywhere. Ah. Okay, put some more on here too. I'm getting it all over my fingers. Everywhere. Put it under here real quick. Ah, now I'm making a mess. Oh my God. Okay, we're just gonna put my hand down here and soak it all up. There we go. Okay, and we'll put the words over top of that. Now I'm just wiping it all over my nightgown. Okay, we'll put some words over to cover that mess up. Okay, Lisa is a naughty joke. Oh, yeah. Oh, my friend Michelle sent me the funniest joke yesterday, but I was like, I don't know, that's a little bit too X-rated for my channel, I think. I don't know. Some of you guys would really like it, but some people might be offended, so I don't think I could tell that one. But the one today is really funny. I told it before. Some of you might remember it, but it's a good one. Okay, put that over here. And then we're going to put the daisy kind of right on top of that. I think I'm going to cut this little piece off. I don't really like that right there. So let's just kind of trim it like that. All right, put one dimensional under the flower. And there you go. And then I've got my little bow I put right on the flower. And I kind of like to curl it up a little bit when you got a bow on top that is tiny like this. And there we go. Oh, stuck to my fingernail. I'm just like all thumbs today. Okay, hold on. We're going to put that right kind of on the center of the daisy. There we go. All right, then put that on the big piece. I made like 12 cards, but I had to kind of choose my favorite ones or the easiest ones to do for class. Okay, so there we go. So that's the, what are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5th one. We got 3 more to go. Oh, this is a long video. All right, so here we go. Next one. So this one is a yellowy piece. So we've got that one, and then we've got our half sheet of flowers. A happy birthday. Let me grab that. Are you guys hearing me better now, or am I still like choppy? And we want a little bow. Whoops, not a bow, a knot. I thought I had one already done. Wait a minute. I'll make another one real quick. So all you do is just turn it into a little knot like that and pull it. Okay, so there's a knot, and then we need a bumblebee. And we need 2 flowers, medium size. So we'll do that one, that one. That's good. Okay, so here's what you need. 2 flowers. I lost my bumblebee. Whoa, where'd it go? I just had it. Oh, there he is. Okay. 2 flowers, bumblebee, words, and that. Now, if you want to stamp the insides, you can. I'm just not going to take the time to do it because that'll be too much time. Okay. I wish I could remember some of the jokes that lady was telling, that Trish lady. They were so funny. Gosh, I can't remember any of them right now for some reason. Okay. All right, this goes on with dimensionals. We're going to put 4. My mother, you know, she's got really bad arthritis. Like, my fingers are starting to get arthritis. Hers are, like, really bad. But she likes to do her nails. And so one of the other ladies who's there, who lives down the hall from her name's Linda. She's, like, the sweetest lady. And she had a stroke. And so her hand, one of her hands is kind of, like, curled under. So she wanted her nails done, and so my mom was doing her nails. And she said every time she was trying to, like, stretch them out to do them, she'd curl them back under. And she's like, it was so long, it took me forever to do her nails. But she's the sweetest one. I wish you would get her as the roommate, but she's been there for a long time. All right, so this one we're just going to put right here. And then we'll put the little one over here. And then the little knot, put on with the glue dot. I think I'm going to take like a whole big bag of candy up there on, I'm going to go Tuesday. I try to go like every, I don't know, 3 or 4 days and go see her. Oh, oh yeah, can you hear me now? Sorry about the sound, you guys. Joan says a friend gifted her a subscription and she's never opened a box. What? Are you kidding? I love them. You know, when Paper Pumpkin first started, they were really kind of crummy. I started ordering them right at the beginning, but they were so bad I stopped it for like probably a year. Or maybe even longer than that. I didn't get them. And every once in a while they'd have a good one, but you never knew when it would be a good one. And we're going to put the B right there. All right, so there's that one. That's number 6. We got 2 more. 2 more. Some of them are quick. All right, so there's 6. Here's number 7. So this one you need your crushed curry. You need your honeycomb piece here. You need the 2 skinny green ones. I lost them. Somewhere. Here they are. Okay, 2 skinny green ones. And words. And half a piece. We need a daisy too. Not that big. We need like a medium daisy. Let's do this one. We need our bow. And, oh, that half piece. Where did that go? Here we go. Nope, that's not it. The smaller of the 2 half pieces. Here we go. Okay, so this one is kind of like the one we did a few minutes ago. So fold that in half. And on our honeycomb piece, we're going to put one of these at the top, kind of near the top. And put it like that. And then we've got this piece again that's going to be this way. So you're going to glue this to the back and put it right there. I love this kit. And you'll have so much left over after you make these 8 cards that you can really make a whole bunch more. Because you'll have like almost 2 sheets of the die cuts left. Even though we've used a ton. And then that gets glued down. So you've got about a ½ an inch showing on each of those green pieces. And then that gets glued to your front. Oh, you know what else we need? Oh, we need a piece of white for the inside for this one. I forgot. The other pieces are so light, you don't really need a separate piece for the inside. So now, oh, we're already at an hour. We're taking too much time. All right, so we're going to take the yellow again on the inside. Just stamp the corner. Oh, I got to do a kit for next time. Oh, dang, I was going to do the sunflower embossing folder, but oh, that'd be too hard to cut 3 of those for every single person. So I have to think of something else. All right, we need 1 flower for this one. I'm gonna get this ½ a flower right here. What could I do for a kit? That would be easy. I'll put that right there. All right, that's our inside. Oh, paper pumpkins though, maybe like about probably a 1.5 years ago or so, they really started getting better because they were doing like different things. Like sometimes it'd be 3D things and other stuff, and I think most people just wanted cards. So they pretty much stick mostly to cards right now. But they have really been good the last like year or so. I hardly ever get one that I don't like anymore. All right, so put some dimensionals on the back of your words. I went to Sam's Club the other day when I got those hard-boiled eggs. I got a whole bunch of other like healthy stuff. And I got this app my friend Colleen told me about called Yuka, Y-U-K-A. It's just an app, and you scan stuff, and you just put the app on your phone, and it's like a little white thing with a carrot on it is what the app looks like. And you put it on your phone, and then you just scan stuff. When you go to the grocery store or Sam's or wherever, you scan stuff, and it tells you, like on a scale of 1 to 100, if it's like really bad, kind of bad, or good, or very good. And it rates it. So a few of the things, you know, I sometimes like to get junk food, like honey buns and stuff. The honey bun was 0. Very bad. So I ended up getting the hard-boiled eggs, and I got chicken, grilled chicken, cheese, and I did buy the chicken salad, which it said chicken salad was not healthy for you, but I got it anyway. And what else did I get? Grilled chicken, salmon was good. And I got the wild caught salmon. They say you should never get the farm raised. You should always get the wild caught. So I got that. This goes right here. And then we're going to put some gems. This is the pecan ones. Here. What else did I get? Oh, I got these Kodiak granola bars, which they're, you know, granola is not really healthy for you most of the time, but these were good. They're like high protein granola bars. And oh, some gluten-free multigrain crackers. I was eating, what's the kind of like Toasteds? I scanned the Toasteds. It says very bad. So I'm not buying those anymore. All right, so there's that one. We've got one more. So, yeah, I love this kit. How do you create all of your cards on an angle? Oh, I don't know. I guess because I'm right-handed, I do everything with the right hand. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. I never thought about that. All right, so for this one, we have one left. We've got one piece of white, and we need the other piece. That's this quarter sheet of the kind of yellowy, watercolory look there. And then we need our last piece of green, which I think, oh, here it is. I lost it. We need that. We need one word piece. I'm going to get enjoy your special day. And we need a flower that's kind of in half. A half a flower. That's that one. And we do need a honeycomb again, so I can get my hands all gluey. You could do this on a silicone pad. It would make it easier, and then just sponge the back with some glue. That would be easier. And then we need some linen thread and gems. Okay, so that's it. So we're gonna fold this in half, and this is the thick white cardstock I'm using. I'm glad they didn't get rid of that thick white. Your mom got married with daisies, and your first dog. I used to have an adopted mom named Daisy, but she passed away a few years ago. All right, we're going to stamp this piece right here with our open honeycomb. And this is crushed curry. I'm going to stamp off. And you really just need the top area and the bottom. Like that. Because the middle's going to be covered, so you just need top and the bottom. Okay. So then this is going to get this on the top and this underneath. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. Like inch from the bottom. Like so. Get it straight. Okay. It's hanging off just a little bit. Okay, and then this is going to go on top. And we're going to tuck this. I didn't glue it all the way to the bottom because I'm going to tuck that honeycomb under that piece right there. Get it straight. Okay. All right, we're going to take a little bit of glue on this again and try and tuck it under. I'm just putting a little dab, just enough to hold it down. Tuck that under there. Okay, then we're putting the back of the words. I'm going to put a little bit of tape. And we're going to grab our linen thread and wrap it around like 3 times, 3 fingers. So you're holding it, wrap it around 1, 2, and then when you get to the third one, snip it like that. And then kind of grab it and just pinch it in the middle and twist it like that. So you got a bow. And then just put it on the back like that. So that's there. Then we're just going to put dimensionals on top. I think I need one more. I know I'm not reading any of these comments. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry up. We're going so long today. I don't want to keep you guys here all day, even though I know you probably wouldn't mind it. All right, so this is going to go like right here. Let me just trim this just a little bit. All right, and then the flower, I put the flower on, well, I kind of did it wrong on there because I want a little bit of a dimensional, but not at the top because I want it to kind of rest on here. So I kind of want a little bit of dimensional at the bottom part. So I'm going to get just a little bit of the thinner pieces and put it, if I can get it off, here we go, on the petal. Ah! Okay, maybe one more. My neighbor across the street, George, she's like my favorite neighbor. Her husband is an air conditioning guy, and she said he works for like a commercial company. You know, he's been on the roof all week long fixing air conditioners, and she's like, you know, please pray for him because he's just out there on a roof in this heat, which is like unbearable. I was like, oh my God, poor thing. That's a hot job. And probably maybe even an attic or something. Why did I just put that on? I don't even want to go outside, much less on a roof. All right, so put that down on white. This would probably have been better on crushed curry, but okay. So there's that. Then we're going to put a few gems on here. We'll do the gold ones. I think I did gold. Let me see. Actually, nope. I did the pecan ones on here. All right, so grab a couple pecans. Or pecan. Okay. So there we go. So now, woohoo, we're finished. And we still have a ton of stuff left. We have this piece, all these die cuts, just tons and tons of them. And we have 2 of those, the circles, and some more of these. So lots and lots of stuff left. All right, so here are all the cards. And I'm going to give some of these away today. Let me just put them all out. So you can go back. If I was going too fast, I'm sorry, but you can go back and pause it and make them yourself. So there we go. I've got a big old mess everywhere. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry I was going so fast, but we still got a joke and card giveaway. So let me read a few comments real fast. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, let me show you the ones I didn't show you. Hold on. So here's a few more that I made that I didn't do on the video. So this one, now this one I actually cut the envelope up. So I took one of the envelopes, cut it up. That was the flap of the envelope. And then I took one of those white pieces, one of these, and I just stamped all around the edge of it so that it was more yellowy with the honeycomb. And then that was a really pretty one. And then this one also is part of the envelope. So these 2 are both from the envelope. So that's on the envelope too. And that I stamped the honeycomb on that white circle. So, and then this one is a blue piece and I stamped the honeycomb on there. So those are 3. I thought I had one more. So I've got all this extra stuff from the other ones from class. So I'll be making some more of these today, that's for sure, because I'm not going anywhere. All right, let me get the joke for you and read. Anybody say anything really important? A lot of you guys are talking about daisies. Luckily, I've got Vinkas out front, and they're pretty hardy. Wilting. Yeah, this is the best kit ever. But I do have either 3 or 4 extra kits. So if any of you guys want one of these kits, they don't have the ink pad and the words, but you can use any words you want. And, you know, whatever ink pad. This is Lost Lagoon and Mossy Meadow. But you'll get all the pieces cut up and all the extra pieces, the ribbon, the gems, and all that stuff. And it's $30 for the kit plus shipping. So, well, we'll just say $35 total, including shipping, if you guys want to get a kit like the one that I did today. Just email me and I can do that for you. This is Daisy. What did I say it was? Daisy something. I forgot now. All right, it's time for the joke. You guys ready? Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, this one is from Maryland's. And it's oldie but a goodie. All right, a doctor was having an affair with his nurse. Shortly afterward, she told him she was pregnant. Not wanting his wife to know, he gave the nurse a big sum of money and told her to go to Italy and have the baby there. She asked, "How will I let you know the baby's born?" He replied, "Just send me a postcard with spaghetti written on the back of it, and I'll take care of the expenses." Not knowing what else to do, the nurse took the money and flew to Italy. One day, about 6 months later, the wife called him at work and told him he had received, dang it, it's spinning in a circle. Okay. One day, about 6 months later, the wife called him at work and told him he had received a strange postcard from Europe and she didn't understand it. He reassured her that when he got home, he would explain it all and she would, wait a minute. He would explain it all to her. Later that evening, the doctor came home, read the postcard, and fell to the floor with a heart attack. The paramedics came and rushed him to the ER. The lead medic stayed back to comfort the wife. He asked what trauma had precipitated the cardiac arrest. So the wife picked up the card and it read, "Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. 2 with sausage and meatballs and 2 without." So he had 4 quadruplets. 2 boys and 2 girls. So he had a heart attack. So I don't know if you guys remember me telling that joke, but it's a cute one. So there you go. Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. All right. Oh, Jalen already remembers it. She heard it. All right. So that's the joke. And we're going to give away some of these cards. So hold on. And I do have, I think, one that was not claimed last time. So hold on just 1 second. Let me get them out. Okay. All right, Sherry Alexander. There you go. All right, that's the only one that wasn't claimed. So here's some from today. Whoops. There we go. All right. Here we go. Let me get the names ready. All right. Yeah, there's lots of alternatives for these cards on YouTube, too. All right, Tiffany Ellis. Tiffany Ellis. Or Tiffany, not Tiffany. Robin Steyer. Kathy Vaverka. And Therese Marquez. All right, there you go, guys. All right, those are the winners. Oops, here's my email address. So you can send me your address and I'll send you the cards. And also, here's the other addresses. We'll put down here if you want to send cards. Oh, it's getting blurry again. Is your screen blurry? Yep. I think it's buffering. Hold on, let me refresh again. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, and then here's my address if you want to send me or my mother card. And again, her name is Millie, M-I-L-L-I-E. And she loves getting cards. So do I. And if you send me a card, your name automatically gets put in the bowl. So that's why some people win all the time. All right, so there we go. And don't forget, the end of the sale is Monday, and last chance to get this card kit in the mail. We'll have a new card kit on Tuesday. And that's for $100 or more orders. And there we go. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to do thumbs up if you haven't already. And like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff for me. And a lot of you guys have been saying you're not getting notifications. So if you are not getting notifications, I know YouTube does this all the time. They just like refresh stuff and it deletes your subscriptions, because it happens to me all the time too. So if that happens, you can either go back and double check that you clicked on all notifications. So you got to click that little bell to get notified for all videos. Or if it unsubscribed you, then just hit subscribe again and click that bell. So sometimes it just has like that glitch. All right, thanks for joining me. Sorry this was so long. We'll have a shorter one on Tuesday. So I'll see you back Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time for another fun video and a new card kit. Take care, everybody, and stay cool, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.